Welcome to this Animal Moves yoga flow. Within this practice, we'll be moving through some primal movements along with some yoga poses. So it's a combination of the two to give you a really dynamic and diverse practice. When you're ready, we'll begin at the back of the mat. So you can find a kneeling position, either keeping the knees close together or wider if you prefer. Then interlace your fingers, flip your palms and reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in, lift your shoulders up by your ears. And with your exhale, twist to the right. You can release the arms so the left hand comes to the right knee and the right arm will wrap behind you and hold onto your waistband. Take a deep breath in, lift from the crown of your head so you're lengthening all the way up through the spine. And with your next exhale, twist a little further to the right, gazing over right shoulder. We'll hold for one more breath here. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you twist to the right. Then release the twist. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms, reach your arms up. Big breath in. Exhale as you twist to the left. And the right hand will come to the left knee. And the left hand will wrap behind the back, holding onto your waistband. Take an inhale, lift from the crown of your head. As you exhale, twist to the left, gazing over left shoulder. 2 more breaths here. With each inhale, find length. With each exhale, twist a little further. At the end of your next exhale, release the twist, face forwards. Then interlacing the fingers, clasp the palms together this time and start to roll out your wrists. So you can keep the movement small to begin, just isolate it to the wrists. And then you could start to bring the movement into the arms and up to the shoulders. Maybe waving the spine side to side, just loosening everything up. Then shake the hands out all together. Come and meet me in tabletop. So shoulders over wrists, tuck the toes, hover the knees. Then relax chin towards chest. Take the tension out of the neck. Just focus on creating a solid column around your torso. So you're bracing your core, you're pushing the floor away. With your next exhale, twist the knees to the right, and the right hand will tap the left knee. Twist back through center, and over to your left. Left hand will tap right knee. Keep this going, twisting from side to side. Inhale through center, exhale to twist. We'll add on a little bit more as you tap the knee, hover the foot. It's a little bit more challenging for the coordination and the balance. And then switch. You have the option to pick up the pace if you like. And you could also add in a little jump as you switch from side to side. Go through this once more to each side. Then meet me back in tabletop, lowering the knees this time. Come down to your forearms, so stacking the shoulders over the elbows this time. With your inhale, dip your belly, arch your spine, gaze forwards. As you exhale, press through the forearms around the upper back. Inhale as you arch into a cow pose variation. Exhale as you round into cat. Keep this flowing with your breath. And finding a neutral spine, now bring the right fingertips to the temple. Inhale, lift the right elbow skywards. Then draw a circle with the elbow circling back and forwards. Opening the chest each time you draw back. And then gliding the elbow down the mat as you bring it forwards. Once more, lifting the elbow skywards, drawing it back. And then bringing the forearm back down. We'll switch. So left fingertips will come to the temple. Inhale, lift the elbow up. And then draw it back. Start to draw your circles. Synchronizing your movements with your breath. Inhale as you open the chest, lifting the elbow. Exhale as you draw it forwards. One more of these. Big breath in. Exhale, bring left forearm back down. Then keeping the forearms where they are, shoot yourself forwards, come and lie on your belly. You may find that your elbows are a little bit too far back, so you can bring them forwards to come into a sphinx. With your inhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, settle into position. Pausing a few breaths here. Bring the hands under the shoulders, push back into child's pose. And from your child's pose, tuck your toes and hover your knees off the mat. Gaze forward, so you're in this hovering child's pose position. Pretty challenging, don't worry if you're shaking, I am too. Gaze forwards, then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So you're coming into this lizard lunge, and then we'll step back into that crouching child's pose. Left foot steps forwards into lizard, pause a moment there, and then back. Keep flowing through this. So you'll begin to find it starts to feel a little bit more seamless each time you do it. The next time you step right foot forwards, reach right arm up, twist the chest open, gaze skywards. And then come back to your crouching child's pose. Left side, left arm will reach up, opening the chest. And come back. We'll go once more to each side. Take your time, pause, and enjoy the twist. And then come back to child's pose, but this time we'll lower the knees. Take a little rest here. Slowing down the breath. Coming back into tabletop now. Extend your legs to find plank. And we'll start by tapping one knee down at a time, so you're walking out your plank. You can always take a little breather as you put one knee down. So you can either dial it up or down, whatever you need. Then we'll begin to add in a little twist. So as you bend the knee, twist it across the body. And then switch. If you'd like to make it more challenging, as you twist the knee across your body, bring opposite hand to opposite knee. If you'd like to go even more challenging, you could hover the foot off the mat to come into a twisted side plank. And then switch. Go once more to each side. Then come back into plank. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Reach the right arm forwards this time. And try and get as low as you can into your lizard. Relax chin to chest. Take the tension out of the neck. Look forwards. Take the weight into your front foot. Pick up the back leg. And then try to sweep the back leg through. Hovering the leg in front of you now. Take the weight into the left hand, push the floor away, hold for breath in. As you exhale, we'll reverse, so sweep the leg back. Come as low into your lizard as you can, pause for breath. And then take it back to plank. Nice work. Step the left foot forwards into your lizard. Reach the left arm forwards and get as low as you can. So neck is relaxed here, pausing for a few breaths. And look forwards. Take the weight into the front foot. Start by lifting the back leg. Then bend the knee, sweep the leg forwards. See if you can hover the leg off the mat. Take the weight into the right hand and really press the floor away. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, we'll reverse, sweep the leg back. Come low into your lizard. Pause for a breath. And then take it back to your plank position. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, option to lower the knees. Come all the way down to your belly. Relax your arms by your side, point your toes. And with your inhale, lift your arms, lift your legs into locust. If you are needing more support here, you could always use the fingertips for stabilizers. Roll your shoulders down your back to help you lift your chest. And slowly release. Bring hands under shoulders. Press all the way back to downward dog. And as it's our first one, you can pedal out the legs. Take some time to acquaint yourself. Look to the top of your mat. You can either hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands to find forward fold. Then bend your knees, slide your hands underneath your feet. So the hands are palm up. The feet come right up against the creases of the wrists. And you could give your toes a little wiggle to give the hands a massage. Let your head and neck go completely. Release the hands, edge your feet as wide as your mat and come into Malasana, your yogi squat position. It's okay if the heels are lifted. We'll all be doing a different variation here. You can use the hands for stabilizers or you can take them away. Start by rocking from side to side. So send one knee out, come all the way up onto the ball of the foot, and then switch. And you can start with this sideways movement. And then you could add in a little twist. So really working the hip mobility here. Then I recommend turning so that you're side onto your mat. Stay in your Malasana to begin, but bring your arms to your right side if you have space on your right side, or your left if you have space on your left. Whichever one it is, plant the hands and shift your weight into your hands. Then swing your legs to your side for a little monkey jump. And then we'll switch in the opposite direction. It doesn't matter how high you kick the legs. We're just trying to find that transfer of weight from hands to feet as we go from side to side. If you want to play around with a little bit of air time in handstand, that option is also there for you. And when you're ready, meet me at the front of the mat, coming back to Malasana. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, fold forward, straighten out the legs. Bring your feet in hips width. Hands can come to the thighs as you inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and step back to plank. Holding for a breath in. With your exhale, lower down through Chaturanga, option to lower the knees. And with your inhale this time, we'll roll onto the tops of the feet and push up into upward facing dog. Pausing a few breaths here. Finding that strength in the pose, so you're pressing the floor away. Legs are actively pressing down. Tops of the feet, should I say, legs are hovering. With your exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. And lifting the right leg high, open out the hip and bend the knee. And step the right foot in between your hands. Open out the back foot. Start to sink your hips to your right heel. Flex the left foot, spin the foot so the toes point up to come into Skandasana. And just like with Malasana, you may find that your heel is lifted on the right side, and that's perfectly okay. You could use your hands for stabilizers here, or you could bring hands into prayer. And then we'll shift to the left side, so start to bend your left leg as you straighten your right. Keeping the hips as low as you can as you travel across your mat. And then we'll continue switching from side to side. And you can decide how long you pause in Skandasana. Go into Skandasana on your right side. Turn to face the front of your mat. Keep the left hand planted, reach your right arm up so you're twisting open. Roll onto the outer edge of your back foot, and you can either heel toe your right foot back into side plank, or you could pick up the foot and place the leg there. When you find your side plank, press the floor away. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Coming into plank, hold for a breath. Exhale, we'll go back to downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg this time, open out the hip. And then step the foot in between your hands. Spin the back foot open, sink the hips to the left heel, coming back into Skandasana. This time, we'll explore slightly different variations. So start to extend the left leg. Bring both feet parallel. And then start to bend the left knee. So it's more of a side lunge. We're keeping the hips a little bit higher. Both feet facing the same direction. And of course, you can use your hands for stabilizers. And then we'll switch over to the right side. So bringing the knee in line with the ankle. And moving from side to side. Just like before, you decide how long you pause in each side. And straighten both legs, find a wide forward fold. You have a few options here. You could either pause in your fold. If you would like to explore headstand, maybe you could come onto the forearms, create a basket with your hands and rest your head. And then with control, shift weight into the head and arms and lift the legs. If you are finding headstand, please feel free to explore any variation you like. If you're in headstand, slowly lower the legs. Come into your wide forward fold. Then turning to your left, spin the feet to face the front of your mat and re-bend the front leg. Keep the right hand planted, reach the left arm up, twisting open. Then roll onto the outer edge of your back foot, setting yourself up for your side plank again. And you can either heel toe the left foot back, or you could pick up the foot and place the leg into position. Continue to press the floor away. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, left hand will come down. Find your way into plank. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, option to lower the knees. Inhale through upward facing dog. And with your exhale, lower the knees, come back into tabletop. So tucking your toes, hover your knees, just like at the start of class. And swing your knees to the right and reach the right arm up. Come back through center, swinging the knees to the left. Left arm will reach up. We'll keep going through this. Each time you reach up, try and turn your chest open. And then switch. Come back through center, lower your knees, and then swing your legs in front of you. Keeping a bend in the knees, start by placing the right hand behind you. Then with an inhale, lift the hips, reach your left arm up. And you're either finding a reverse tabletop, or you could start to turn around, gaze down at your right hand. Maybe you bring the left hand down also to come into wheel. Pause for a breath or two. And then reverse, come back out. Same again on the left side, so left hand is behind you. Inhale, lift the hips, either finding reverse table or spinning all the way around into wheel. Pausing, 2 or 3 breaths. And then we'll release. Keep the hands behind you. Lift your chest and roll your shoulders down your back. Then cross the legs in front of you. Rest your hands on your knees. With an inhale, sit up tall. Feeling for aligning the head over the tailbone. If it helps, you could close the eyes to find better focus. And with each exhale, feel for the shoulders slowly relaxing. The spine gently neutralizing. And keeping the legs as they are, bring your hands in front of you on the mat. And you can let your spine slowly round. And you may find that you can come down to your forearms. Let the head hang heavy. If the head needs some support, you could use your hands to cradle your head. Slowly lift yourself back up. And then come and lie all the way back. You have the option to take any restorative posture that you like. So it doesn't have to be Shavasana. It could be knees bent, legs together. Or it could be knees bent, feet together, and knees wide. Starting to slow down the breath. With each exhale, inviting the body to relax. Letting go of any effort. Deepening your breath now. Just bringing your awareness back to your space. Perhaps finding some small movements in the body. In your own way, in your own time, meet me back in a seated position. Just resting hands on knees, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll finish by lifting shoulders up by ears, letting that tension build just for a few seconds. Take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, relax your shoulders back and down. Let any of that residual tension go. And if your eyes are still closed, you can flicker them open. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this class, and I'll see you again next time.